Man, Johnny's such a cuck. LOL, GG would play cucks. 5 men gonna do a stream for all you cucks. Ding ding. Hey Matt, I keep seeing this word pop up in. What the fuck's a cuck? Great question. Cuck has been showing up a lot recently, not in a very positive way, which is undeserved. So today, we're going to shed some light on that with a cuck and his partners who enjoy a very complicated and complex kink, cuckolding.
Hey, I'm a cuckold, and this is my wife,
Hello.
and her best friend, current lover, bull of 3 years.
Howdy.
Together, we're a cuckolding trio. Cuckolding is a kink based around trust, control, fear, humiliation, voyeurism, showmanship, and compersion.
Ah,
Compersion is a feeling of joy when a loved one takes pleasure from another romantic or sexual relationship outside the one that they have with you. Being a cuckold is
Joe, shut the fuck up and get the fuck out. I'm gonna fuck your wife now. Dude, what just happened? He just booted you out of your bedroom. Your wife's in there. Wimp.
I know, isn't it just achingly wonderful? Being a cuckold is to participate in the planning, watching, and having your partner engage with other lovers at the expense of yourself. It sounds selfless and self-sacrificing, but I get a sort of masochistic pleasure, having my wife consensually taken away from me by another, stronger, more masculine man. There's a sweet agony to being denied or passed up in favor of another partner. To watch her derive pleasure from someone else and getting my nose rubbed in it.
But aren't you jealous? Are you scared?
Yeah, sometimes I am, but it's a thrilling, erotic feeling too. You see, Kate and I just take that jealousy and fear and sexualize it, like skydiving. There's a pleasure and a rush in facing your fears. By playing with the things that scare us, we feel like we can control them better.
God, honey, I love his cock so much more than yours. You don't even compare.
It stings, but it turns us on.
For me, I feel empowered. I could have a lover in addition to a husband. Craig is a manly man, testosterone personified, and there's an animalistic power in being submissive to him over my husband, and to get a thrill out of fucking the alpha of the pack. I'm a queen who gets to fuck with marriage stereotypes, the thrill of an affair without the damage. Throwing myself at Craig, knowing Joe loves hates it, I get to personify a sluttier, more extroverted me. And it's not at the expense of a relationship. We do it together, even if we're not in the same room. It's weird to say, but I feel closer to Joe when I'm cuckolding him. And I'm in touch with someone deep inside of him. The sex is pretty amazing too. Craig and I are out like rabbits, and then when we throw Joe a bone and we fuck, it's with renewed intimacy and connection. It's like being in the honeymoon period constantly. Being the third in the cuckold scenario is often being called the bull. It too is a complex, deep role to play. While I don't explore the same aspects of it as Joe and Kate or Kate do, I get a whole other set of rewards from it. I get to engage with two awesome, open people. I get to fuck an amazingly sexy lady whenever I want. I get to flex my aggressive muscles and showboat as I fuck. And it's a real rush throwing a husband out of his bed to fuck his wife. It's also really fun coming up with new and outrageous ways to get Joe to squirm too. New rule, for this week, you're not allowed to fuck her or come. Hands off, boy. She's mine.
Oh, what? Okay.
And while I'm not married to either, it might stop at any moment. Over the years, our three-person relationship has grown to feel like a family. You don't have to practice cuckolding the same way we do it either. This is what works for us. There's a lot of depth and nuances to how you might engage with it. Some people like to dip their toes in with hot wifing, hot husband, and it's a bit like cuckolding, but it's just about the sex and nothing more emotionally.
Kate, Craig, and I don't cuckold all the time either. We have a perfectly normal life 95% of the time. Just, sometimes it's switched on.
We can't
We can't
express
ex-
how...
oh,
It's me, retard. We can't express how important communication is with a kink like this. It might sound like we just found a horny kunk and dove right in, but that's not the case.
we spent so much time talking, exploring kink verbally, testing the waters with threesomes, and dating around with different men. Men that aren't me. It's not something we blindly jumped into head first, but we rather baby stepped forward, always together. Where we're at this accumulation of years of boundary testing and sexual exploration and communication. It's not just about us, the married couple, either.
When you invite a third into your lives, even if it's for a short time, you need to treat them as a real human being that they are. They aren't just rent-a-cocks.
Unless you've hired a professional, which is a totally valid option. You still gotta treat them like human beings, because they are. Folks exploring cuckolding come in all different types, sizes, genders, and sexualities.
So while our personal scenario might look a little white, cisgender, and straight, I wouldn't let that stop you if this dynamic at all interests you.
If you like
But
your black neighbor Tyrone to cuckold you, he can too.
But a warning if you are interested in researching this kink. Unfortunately, there are some people who incorporate racist elements into the cuckolding scenarios. A lot of cuckold porn stories and stereotypes are based around white couples being with a black third in a really ugly way using racial slurs and are. Oh, that really sucks, but the practice of cuckolding itself isn't based on race. Cuckolding is about the power dynamic between a couple and a third who are playing with pressure points for mutual sexual gratification. Holy shit, there are so many levels to this. Yup, cuckolding is a challenging, complicated kink that offers a world of risks and rewards. At the very least, I think we can agree that being a cuck is tough and takes a lot of bravery and strength.
Fuck yeah, I'm proud to let somebody else fuck my wife.
Hush, hush you, you're distracting me. GG.